The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets. That one gave them some daylight in the season series. They lead 2-1 coming into this one.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And, Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive, equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Henderson and MKG will fill out the wings. Jason Maxiell is out there with Al Jefferson, and it's Walker in at the point guard. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Kicks it to Maxiell. It's Henderson on the wing. Prince with the defensive effort. Last outing for Charlotte.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
Hornets trail by 12.
Well, Andre Drummond, kind of a late bloomer when it came to basketball, really. Was pretty uncoordinated as a kid. He'd struggled. To make layups early on. It wasn't until around the age of 14 when he really started to show some promise.
Black holes checked in for Detroit. And now here are a set of teams that have held their opponents to very few points in the second half of the season. Fifth on the list, the Hornets.
Yeah, I think the coaches really challenged this club at the break to improve their defense, and that's exactly what they've done.
Here is Jennings. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Here's Black Hole. Lets a floater go, and he gets the bucket. Black Hole's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Maxiell sets a screen for Walker. Charlotte no good that time either.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Henderson passes to Walker. The dish now to Kid Gilchrist. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there.
Tell you what, he's not going to win any high jump competition, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to go too far to get to the rim.
I'm not sure he could, or any of us could slip a piece of paper under him when he takes off.
Well, it doesn't matter much, though, Kevin, because he's such a big man. I mean, if he gets positioned, forget about it.
Jennings passes to Black Hole. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Black Hole's got his second basket of the game.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out and check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right, showing him off right there. Good move.
What does that even mean, Kevin? Bounce to the ounce?
And Walker kicks to Henderson, and that one's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Outside Jennings. Here's Black Hole, defended by Jefferson. Pocket 6. Elbow shot is on the way, and Maxiell pulls it down. Maxiell's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult. While they're trailing?
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's
it.
And you know this, man.
Meeks and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biombo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Vonleh comes in for Jason Maxiell. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Williams in for Kemba Walker.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
And the pass to Williams. Black Holes checked in for Sean Williams. Jody Meeks comes in for Gordon. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Al Jefferson's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Maxiell comes in for Vonleh. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Walker subbed in for Williams. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. Al Jefferson out there with Jason Maxiell. And it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot. Well, the Bobcats then, now Hornets, might have been a little bit late to the analytics movement, but that's going on in the NBA all over the place. And they're full-time on it now.
Yeah, they're all over it. Last season, they had a half dozen of their staff devoted to analytics.
Here's Jennings. He's got 15. Passes it to Black Hole. 1:21 left in the first half. The runner, and that's good off the glass that time. Black Hole's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for the Hornets, that's huge, having a bit of a numerical guide as to who to target in free agency, because they aren't usually a big player in that respect.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket for Maxiell. Walker against Jennings. Meeks passes to Black Hole. From the line, it's rebounded by Charlotte.
And we know the Hornets definitely aren't as big a player in most free agent markets. That's pretty clear, small market team. They're usually at the bottom of the league in payroll. But they are making the most of what they spend now with their analysis, so trying to level the playing field a little bit.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Connects on the 17-footer. Black Hole's got 10.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Pistons lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, what's the strategy been so far defensively, and what needs to happen in the second half in that regard?
Well, we just got to help. We can't let everybody be.
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business. TCB. The first thing I've got to do is give a little tip of the cap to our bench guys. You really answered the bell when we called on you. Those were important points we got from you fellas. Now I'll give credit what credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And guys, I don't want too many of us under the glass at the defensive end. I want to be sure that we always have at least a couple of guys getting up court, ready to receive the outlet pass and get an easy bucket on the break. These guys did not see this coming, but now they know what they're up against, and they're going to come out angry. Get ready to go toe-to-toe with them and cap this thing off.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brandon Jennings.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing.
A different look here for Detroit. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Prince. Gordon comes in for Meeks, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biombo is checked in for Jefferson. Vonleh comes in for Jason Maxiell. And Stevenson's checked in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Williams in for Kemba Walker. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Gordon out there with Jackson, and it's Caldwell-Pope in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Black Holes checked in for Andre Drummond. And now Doris Work as an update from the sideline.
Glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way toward deciding this game. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Williams dishes to Biombo. And yes, sir, that one drops. Biombo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Pass to Black Hole. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Pushing it up. Outside Williams. Monley kicks to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. They get it again. Biombo, and he banks in the layup. Biombo's got 4 points this quarter.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. Hornets trail by 7. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. And Stevenson kicks to Williams. Vonleh setting the pick for Williams. Shot off the pick. That one rolling around and rims out. For Detroit, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. The steal. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Stolen by Jackson. 26 seconds left in the third. Gordon kicks to Caldwell Pope. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Fast break now for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist leading the charge.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And the 15th